Man, I'm having a hard week, Mike.
You know what? That actually makes two of us. But tell me about yours. I'm curious. What's going on with you?
Well, we spoke briefly last week about how I finished Sekiro, right?
Right.
Well, you know, I mean, you wouldn't know this, but From Software's next big game came out in between us talking about Sekiro and this recording here.
Okay.
And so, you know, there's a new hard game on the block. You know, we did talk about this briefly, actually. You know, I have Demon Souls after Sekiro, and then after that is Elden Ring, which just came out. And so everybody's playing Elden Ring. Everybody's talking about Elden Ring. Everybody's posting videos about Elden Ring, and I am desperately trying to avoid spoilers until I can finish Demon Souls and play Elden Ring.
Oh man. What did you say? It's gonna take you what, like a month probably?
It's gonna take probably closer to 2 months.
Oof.
Yeah, so like I keep seeing Elden Ring videos pop up in my recommended on YouTube. I keep seeing Elden Ring memes on Reddit. Like it's just Elden Ring's everywhere, and it's so hard for me to avoid.
Yeah.
And man, it's tough. But like, you know, part of me is a bit concerned about Elden Ring because it's getting mixed reviews.
Okay. All right.
And on the PC version, that's primarily because there's optimization problems. Like there's some issues with like frame rate and like stuttering and stuff that you don't want in a video game. And you know, I have full faith that they're going to fix that, but that's not the only complaint that people have about the game.
Okay.
Throughout all of From Software's games, they all have a really like deep lore and deep story and history within the game that they, unlike other game developers, that they don't shove in your face. It actually takes very much a backseat to gameplay. So if you want to like know about the game's story and lore, you have to like really put in the work, like reading item descriptions and really investigating and theorizing and shit, because they don't really make any of it like super available, which I think is great. You know, there are entire YouTube channels where people make a living just talking about the lore of these games because it's like it's not so easily accessible like other games. And
right.
So, you know, when Elden Ring came out, people noticed something odd about the lore.
Yeah.
A lot of the lore seems to almost be pushing like a neo-Nazi agenda.
Oof.
Which ain't great. Yeah, I'm having a bit of a tough week avoiding spoilers for the game itself, but also avoiding people talking about the lore and desperately being unsure if that's true or not, or if it's just people making clickbait titles or what.
Right. Well, hang in there.
So anyway, why is your week hard? Is it just because of all the Viagra you've been taking?
Yeah. I mean, just popping those blue chews left and right. No, I don't know. It was my dad's birthday over the weekend, so I went to go see him for Friday night, and I came back here Saturday, and I don't know, like, it was a good weekend. We chilled, we hung out, and then I just felt like trash on Sunday.
Like, were you sick or just like depresso mode or what?
Yeah, kind of like not really sick, just like
down in the dumps.
Yeah, pretty much. And that kind of rolled into yesterday. Today we've leveled ourselves back out, but yeah, it was just super weird. It went from like, hey, this is a great weekend, and now womp womp womp. But I think we're past that. So,
well, good. I'm glad you're feeling a bit better, at least.
Yeah, and I'm gonna head out to Grand Rapids, probably Friday night to go hang out with Mike and the boys. So that'll be a good
nice
time.
boys night out.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Our one friend, the four of us were all friends like from the time we were in like, I don't know, probably like second or third grade. So we've all known each other for a really long time. But the one guy who's going to be there, that's Kevin. He's the one who's always leaving his socks.
Oh, see if you can steal one just right off his foot. See if he'll notice.
He probably won't. He'll just take him off the second he gets there. And then just leave him. Fucking Homer. That guy.
Homer, I hardly know her.
Oh. Bump.
By the way, before we get too far away, and I forget to say it, that neo-Nazi thing was a complete lie.
Okay.
That's not true at all.
I mean, right on.
I completely made it out because I thought it'd be funny.
Okay. I mean, I didn't notice any different, so
I mean, like you wouldn't know that, you know, FromSoft isn't like run by neo-Nazis, so
yeah.
But I know there's gonna be like at least like probably Scorpion. I know Scorpion has an interest in those games, but has never played them. I bet I got Scorpion and be like, is it really?
Nice. I heard about this this documentary film that came out in 2007, and I was curious if you've seen it. It's called The King of Kong, A Fistful of Quarters.
I have not seen it, but I know of it.
Okay. If
I remember correctly, it documents Billy Mitchell, who is, or actually, I think multiple like people who have world records for video game high scores.
Yeah. It says it follows Steve Wiebe in his attempts to take the high score record for 1981's arcade game Donkey Kong from Billy Mitchell. So yeah.
Did you? Hey, fun fact for you.
Yeah.
Do you know Billy Mitchell? Do you know about him?
The name sounds really familiar. Like I feel like I should know this guy.
You might remember after I mentioned this. I mean, there is a very good chance that Billy Mitchell is a complete fucking liar and does not have the high score.
Really?
There's like it's never been like definitively proven, but it's also never been definitively proven that he didn't cheat. The biggest evidence against him is that like the video of him getting the high score, they can more or less undeniably prove that it wasn't an actual arcade cabinet, but instead a computer running a ROM of the game, which is cheating.
Ah, okay.
And yeah, he tries to sue anybody who says he doesn't have the high score, and he's really a big baby about it.
Yeah, it kind of seems like it.
Yeah, in the movie, there was a movie a few years ago, Pixels with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
In that movie, the bad guy was like a caricature of Billy Mitchell played by Peter Dinklage, which was hilarious. I mean, the movie itself wasn't hilarious, but like Peter Dinklage like dressed up as and like acting like Billy Mitchell was very funny, and Billy Mitchell got very mad about that and tried to sue, and he didn't win.
Oh man.
It's actually, that's a big thing. I'm sure you have like something you want to talk about related to this documentary, but I'm just gonna keep going for a hot sec. It's kind of a big thing with like old arcade games and people being outright liars about winning high scores. There's another guy. I'm completely blanking on his name, but he actually for a while held the Guinness Book of World Records record for the most video game high scores.
Okay.
Until people proved that more or less all of his high scores were complete fucking bullshit. And like because they're arcade games, like arcade games have pretty simplistic programming, and like in this day and age, it's pretty easy for people to dissect the programming. And in a lot of cases, in like most of the cases of his high scores, he would claim high scores that were literally impossible. Like the coding of the game wouldn't allow for it.
What a douche.
Yeah, so that guy still to this day is like fighting to be like, no, they're all real, even though it's like there's like my favorite example is there's a game, I don't remember the name of it. It's like an obscure arcade game, but like he had like the high score on that game, but everybody there's no one person who actually has the high score to that game, because that game's programming is set so that at a certain high score the game just ends.
Huh.
So everybody who has the high score for that game, like they all have the exact same high score, and only he had like a way higher score. And so when people dissected the programming, we were like, yeah, that's actually just that the game doesn't allow for that. And still to this day, he'll tell you it does.
Oh God.
And like you'd look at pictures of these guys. I want to see if I can pull up a picture. You'd look at pictures of them and be like, yeah, this is a guy holding on to some lost glory that isn't really that impressive to begin with.
Oh, that's sad.
It's very sad because you look at these guys and they're just like a bunch of boomers who just are clearly trying to hold on to their like 15 minutes of fame, and it's sad. It's so sad.
Yeah. That sucks.
Just admit that you're a liar. Admit that you're a dirty, dirty liar. Todd Rogers, that's his name.
Oh God. That's an interesting dude.
Yeah. He's got, you know, our favorite. He's got the OG ponytail.
Yeah.
Like you can't see it in this picture, but it's pulled back into a luxurious, not at all gross looking ponytail.
Ugh. That's the guy who claims that he has like the most
impossible high scores.
Yeah. People need to just let it go.
Yeah, it's so sad. It's so fucking sad. It's like, come on, bro. Just admit you lied.
Yeah. I didn't really have too much to say about the documentary because I haven't seen it. But I just heard about it recently, and it seems like something that you might be interested in seeing. So I was just curious.
No, I've never seen it because a lot of the information in it is outdated because it was made before people realized Billy Mitchell was a liar.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I still think I might check it out. Might be interesting. That kind of old school video game stuff is interesting to me.
It's because you're old.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not that old.
You're pretty old.
Yeah, I am pretty old, but I'm not that old. I'm not like Donkey Kong in a console old. Oh, man. Okay, so fuck. I said yesterday I was feeling a little down in the dumps. And so like, you know, whatever, I just went to bed. Motherfucker Lily gets up. It's like 4:00 in the morning. And she's like leaning over the end of the bed. And she makes that like, she makes the noise like after she gets a drink of water and spits a lot of it back up. Only she didn't have any water. And it didn't sound like the typical dog vomit noise. So I thought she just spit up a little something, whatever. I wake up in the morning. She like definitely like sneaky puked all over my comforter and over the edge of the bed onto a pile of clean folded laundry.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. So that's how I started out this morning. But it all turned around. It was today's fine. But I was like, You've got to be motherfucking kidding me. This is how this day is gonna start. Great.
That's epic. Just look at his pile of vomit. This is great. Yatta.
Yeah. So, needless to say, I've got some laundry to do. She couldn't have thrown up on like dirty laundry.
Well, no. Where's the sport in that?
Yeah. But
That's a little troublemaking little girl you got there, Mike.
yeah. I believe you have previously said that you do not like drinking LaCroix. Is that correct?
I don't hate it.
Okay.
I'm not that big on sparkling water to begin with, but I don't dislike it.
Okay. Well, I just tried the watermelon and it's freaking disgusting. Not a fan. Not a fan.
Epic.
Yeah. So that's a review for all y'all out there. Watermelon LaCroix. Trying to hide behind your fancy French pastique name. Then you got to put watermelon in parentheses. Come on, people. Garbage.
You should start a new review channel, just like Review Bra. You can just review just really basic foods.
Okay. Like a banana.
Review Bra's main thing is that he reviews fast food. So you got to pick something like that, something just weird.
Okay. I mean,
but that would be funny. Yeah, I'd like to see you do like a review video on something that is just like known to most people, like I'm reviewing bread, and you can just act like it's a food that you've never had before.
Okay. I like it.
It's got like a spongy kind of texture. I feel like it'd be really good if it was toasted, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if I wanna get the toaster out. I don't know. It's just so good the way it is.
I really like the idea that you would not have had bread, but you already had a toaster.
Yeah. You know.
Are you more of a toaster or a toaster oven kind of guy?
Oh, well, okay. I own a toaster. I do not own a toaster oven, but I very infrequently use my toaster.
Well, it doesn't have a lot of uses.
Well, correct. It's pretty much just for toasting things. No, I had a toaster oven once, and I didn't really use it very often. Like, I think it it sat on top of my refrigerator like the entire time that I lived in that apartment, and then I think I just got rid of it.
See, I'm 100% like toaster oven all the way, and I use my toaster oven fucking constantly. My toaster oven like feeds like half of my meals.
Okay. Huh.
It's great. It's great for stuff like pizza rolls or bagel bites because you can get the crispiness as if you had warmed them up in an oven without having to turn on the oven, and they don't end up like soggy if you were to microwave them.
Right. Right.
And then it has more practical applications than just a regular toaster, because regular toasters they're really just kind of designed for like bread or like frozen waffles. But
yeah,
with a toaster oven, you can do your bread or your frozen waffles, but you can also like toss a bunch of other shit in there. I use my toaster oven for a ton of stuff.
Yeah. Huh. I don't know, maybe I'll have to investigate and break down and get one.
They're pretty inexpensive. I think mine was like $40.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like all of those like small kitchen appliances can be had pretty cheap if you're really looking out for it.
Yeah. I want to get a blender.
I have a blender. I want to get a food processor. Or a really good blender.
Yeah, you can really go either way. I want to be able to make like shakes and smoothies.
Yeah.
I don't have Steak and Shake a 2-minute drive away anymore. So
I know, man. Ugh, that sucks. I feel bad for you.
I miss it. It's like the one thing I miss.
I'm sure you do. You gotta make that trip out to Reno.
Yeah. I do have a coworker who's from that area, and he mentions that anytime he goes back, he stops at Steak and Shake. So I got another fan in that I know that I work with.
Nice. Go to Reno and play some slots and get yourself a good old Steak and Shake and make that 10-hour trip back.
Hell yeah.
Have you ever gone to a casino?
I have never been to a casino.
Okay. I can that's kind of what I thought you were going to say, but
it's not really my kind of scene. I don't really like risking my money.
Yeah, risking money, and it's loud.
I mean, I'm sure it's fun, but like I can go to an arcade and have way more fun and know that I didn't like throw away my money. It went somewhere.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of curious.
I get the appeal, but I'm dumb, so I have no faith in myself to not lose all of whatever money I would use. Even if I put like a limit on it, I'd be done in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm not a big casino fan, but now and then I'll hit it up after like a Tigers game or something if I'm already in Detroit. But other than that, I don't like plan trips to the casino.
Gotcha. It's like a strip club in my mind. It's like, oh, this is a place you can't go to until you're an adult. But even as an adult, I'm not really that interested.
Right? Oh.
Like there's I could play casino video games where I have no money at risk and I can just be an idiot and have fun.
There you go. That's
lots of video games have gambling mini games.
Yeah, I can see that.
I played a game once called Arx Fatalis where there was some guy in a bar that was in the game that he had a game you could gamble on, and it was like a really easy game to win. So I just kept playing him so I could make a bunch of money in the game. And eventually I won so much that he left the bar and broke.
Okay.
Yeah. Just thought it was funny. It was a funny moment.
Ha ha ha. You so funny. What do you got going on for the rest of your week? Sorry, I know I just asked you a question and now I'm going to interrupt you. I know it was only like 2 days difference, but it feels like we just recorded that last episode.
It does.
Like, I feel like we just did this like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I get you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But no, it's actually it's looking like it's gonna be like a pretty big week for me.
Yeah.
Just got a lot going on. I'm gonna play Demon's Souls tomorrow. Try to get through as much of that as I can so I can get into Elden Ring before long. And read up on all that neo-Nazi propaganda. Then after that, yesterday, today, and tomorrow after I'm done streaming, I've been running through my script for my new video, and on Thursday I'm planning to film the first part of it.
Nice. Very cool.
So that's exciting.
Is that the one where the script is like 30 some pages?
It was. I've shortened it. It's down to, like, reading it out, it's down to 2 hours long now, which is around where I wanted it to be.
Okay. Damn. That's intense. 2 hours.
It's there's a lot to cover, but I feel pretty confident that none of it drags or lulls. I'm pretty confident that everything in there is important. I don't think there's anything else I can cut out reliably without, losing the weight of my message. So I feel good about it.
Good. As you should. Cool. Have you caught up on any of Rue's movie reviews?
No, I haven't. I've been so busy with the script. I haven't really touched it, to be honest. I feel bad. I'm sorry, Rue, but
yeah, they're pretty funny. I'm kind of digging them. And he's putting them out pretty frequently.
yeah, he's you can tell he's really grinding them out.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's working right now, but regardless, he's doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally dig the Rue videos. I've got to watch Terror Vision. That's his newest one. What's your weather like out there? Has it been nice?
Yeah, it's in the 60s today. It feels great.
We hit like low 50s and everyone like lost their damn minds and thought it was like the warmest day ever. So stereotypical Midwestern.
I mean, it's not like that's cold. That's not terrible, but like,
no,
it's we dipped below. Like I said, we dipped below freezing for like a couple days last week, and then after that, it's just been like back to normal. Like, it's not cold. Like, when I drive to work, I have my winter coat on just because I need it for work, so I have to bring it to work. So I just throw it on my way out, but I don't really need it on. And when I come home from work, I just put it in my passenger side seat. I don't need it at all. Hey everybody, welcome back. My audio stopped recording and we don't know what all we lost. So I don't know what we were talking about. I don't know what we're talking about, but we're back. Sorry about that.
We are back. Let's see. We talked about how
probably talking about how our listeners are stupid and they're fucking idiots for listening. It's fucking morons out there.
That's not very nice.
I bet all of you have ancestors who lived in Ohio.
Probably. That's actually pretty accurate, I think. For as much as we like to bag on Ohio, they still like us. It's weird.
And after I specifically told them not to listen.
Right? It just like egged them on. I think they just listen more now.
Well, listen, here you...
I got a question.
Sure.
This, you're going to know the kind of quality of question that this is going to be because Crystal came up with it.
Crystal-astic?
Yeah. She asked me she said we should discuss how we make chocolate milk.
I don't.
Yeah. I was like, Crystal, I haven't made chocolate milk in like, I don't know, like 10 years, probably. I have no idea.
I just buy chocolate milk.
She's like, so are you milk first? And I was like, well, yeah. Yeah. And she's like, but like if you're using syrup or like the powder. And I was like, it doesn't matter, Crystal. I don't know. I guess I pour the milk, I put the chocolate in, and I stir it. It's done. Ah, fucking Crystal. Jesus.
Crystal, you owe us one good question.
Fuck.
And yes, we are going to keep making you feel bad until we get it.
Yeah. Yeah. We got to have one good one in there somewhere. You and your fucking banana Laffy Taffy.
I swear to God, it kills your brain cells.
Oh, absolutely. She's already got mush for a brain anyway, so.
Sean does too. He makes all these jokes that no one but him gets, so that's affecting him too.
And yeah, he's the other one that likes the banana Laffy Taffy.
Fucked up. Fucked up.
That is really fucked up. I don't like it. Those people.
No, thanks. I don't like it.
No. Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Oh man, those fucking kids. That was so great.
Today at my store, some kid came up to one of like the self-service counters for something we sell, and the person who works behind the counter and just like makes the stuff, the kid like asked him for one of the things that they were selling back there, and he was like, "Oh, it's self-serve. You just grab it yourself." And the kid looked like he had never heard those words in his life before ever, and he asked again for the thing that he wanted to get, and he's like, "No, but it's self-serve. Like the packages are over here. You just grab it and then you put it on and you take it." And the kid ran back to his dad. I thought it was really funny.
Oh God.
He couldn't figure out what the fuck that meant.
How old do you think this kid was?
I don't know. He looked like he couldn't have been more than like 10 or 12.
Okay. But he was not having that, any part of that, taking care of it himself.
He couldn't figure out what he meant by that, and I wanted to like tell my coworker to just grab it for him because clearly he wasn't getting it. But at the same time, I didn't care, so I didn't get involved.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's like when you see like one of your friends and they're gonna do something really dumb, but you kind of want to see how it plays out, so you really don't try to stop them.
Yeah, totally. I swear, like, it's just with customers, especially, like they can't understand really basic instructions.
Yeah.
Like, God, you remember how long we had at World Market? We had those fucking pin pads that like you had to choose. You had to choose credit or a debit before you put your card in, and if you put it in before doing that, it would like cancel out the transaction or some shit. And so, every single time you like. A good 80% of the time, you tell them that before they put their card in, and they would still put it in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. And wasn't something with our pin pads like the exact opposite of like everywhere else on planet Earth? Like you had to press like green for credit instead of red. I don't remember. There was something stupid with it that it's like the opposite of everything else.
We had real dumb pin pads that just like didn't seem to work like right at all, and it took corporate forever to like fix the problem, and in doing so they created another one or something. So dumb.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Fucking pin pads.
I hate you if you use pin pads. You're stupid and smelly.
I remember how we'd have to do that monthly survey where we'd have to like examine the pin pads to make sure that they weren't like tampered with.
Yeah, did any of us ever actually like really do that?
I know Ken used to do it, like.
Of course he did.
Well, right. It's such a Ken thing. But he like thought that it was like something was fishy with it. So he like emailed like loss prevention, and they like never did shit about it.
Nice. Classic.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was great. Fucking pin pad survey. God, speaking of surveys.
Did you ever? What you got?
Oh, just the surveys on the bottom of the receipt that we had to get people to fill out.
Oh my God. I was the best at telling people to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got praised all the time because like I actually told people to do it, because it was a big thing when I first got hired there. And so like all the supervisors were like trying to push people to like, tell, like circle it on the bottom and tell customers to fill out the survey. And like A lot of them wouldn't do it all the time, but I did it with every single fucking customer.
Nice. You made that your thing.
Well, I mean, I guess it was before I became old and jaded, and I actually wanted to try to impress like the people I worked for.
Oh yeah, yeah. That doesn't last that long.
Not really.
No, it really doesn't. Retail.
I mean, it's a good thing to do. It's a good thing to do when you first start working somewhere because, I was seasonal. I needed to impress to stay on, although I didn't really need to impress that badly considering the people that we kept despite the fact that we needed to fire people.
Yeah.
But I thought I needed to try, and so I did. Chris was out here like, oh, he just wants a job. He's not going to try. I tried, damn it.
You did. You did. You always, well, not.
And then I got taken advantage of and I left.
Yep, pretty much. That's almost exactly what happened. Man, it's crazy that there was not a very long period of time between when you left and when I left.
No, it was really short. It was like a month and a half.
Yeah, like maybe a month and a half, I think. God, I'm so glad I got out of there.
Yeah, I like my new job much better, and I'm really good at it. Like they keep like heaping a lot of praise onto me. And I'm not trying to like talk myself up here, but like I swear to God, every other day someone's like heaping some mountain of praise onto me for how well I'm doing my job, and I'm like, I'm sitting here like I'm not really doing anything special. I'm just kind of doing my thing.
Hell yeah. Well, good.
I think like my whatever it is about my job just works with my brain so that I'm able to do it really well. I'm really not trying to do it that well. Not to say I'm not trying, but I'm not sitting there like being like, how can I do better?
Right. I got you, bro.
I just kind of do my thing and somehow it turns out I do it well.
Nice. I'm sure you experienced this guy. Every high school had like a one of these guys. But like usually like kind of like the whole like jock, like meathead, like personality. But I don't know what made me think of this today, but you ever remember hearing someone be like, yeah, dare me to do it. Yeah, I'll do it. Dare me. Like,
no.
Oh my God, it was so absurd because clearly you just want to do it yourself anyway. Like, you're like voluntarily saying you're going to do it. Oh.
I don't think I ever knew a guy like that, Mike, to be honest with you.
I don't even have like a specific person in mind. It's just kind of like a melting pot of different people all mashed together.
I had weird friends in high school because I was part of the weird crowd, but I had this one friend who just like lied like about everything.
Oh God. That's the worst.
They were really dumb lies though. Like it wasn't like oh, you get in a fight with them and you just lie about like the details. It'd just be like you'd just be like having a casual conversation and be like, oh yeah, I know this scientist from NASA, and once I'm out of high school he's gonna like hook me up with a job, and it's like no one asked. And no, you didn't. Don't.
Oh my God.
There was that kind of thing. Like, why are you even lying about this?
Yeah.
How does this benefit you?
Yeah, I don't know. I knew a guy who was a pathological liar, and he like lied about having a job at like a toy store, and he like made up backstories about like his coworkers there.
Oh.
Yeah. And one day we were like, hey, we should go visit him at work. And they're like, yeah, we don't know who that person is. And he talked about like going to like Vegas for a bachelor party. And he went so far as to pack a suitcase and just go to like his mom's for the weekend.
What? Why? What's the point?
I don't know. I don't really talk to him anymore, but yeah. Like, bro, no, I don't know who you're trying to impress. Like, yeah, that guy. I haven't thought about him.
I like my friend who would just do like chronic lying. Like I don't know if you'll know about this because you might have been like too old to even end up seeing it. But do you know like way back in the day they used to run, I mean, like porn websites would have like ads, and if you like clicked on it, it would like it would redirect you to some website where some guy would go on this spiel about how he learned like the science of women and like how to control women, and he tried to sell you
for
this
sure.
book. You do remember that? You do remember that? Okay, sick. And so he told us he like bought that book and like knew everything about how to control women.
Oh my God.
And he had like this girlfriend, and like I remember at one point they like broke up, and then like a day later they were back together, and he talked it up to like, oh yeah, I referenced the book and I found a way to control her mind so we could get back together. And all of us were sitting there like, you clearly just begged her not to break up with you.
Yeah, that's probably more accurate.
It was like really sad. Like I feel like he just didn't get enough attention at home and was just trying to get anybody to talk to him or pay attention to him. And it's like, dude, we're your friends. You don't have to do this.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, we're your friends. We're choosing to hang out with you, whether you tell these ridiculous lies or not.
If you keep telling them, we might stop hanging out with you, but
right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what that dude's up to anymore. It's been a long. I have not spoken to him once since high school.
Yeah, it's probably better.
Yeah. He wasn't that cool of a dude to begin with. I mean, it just got tiring. It was like when I was young and gullible, it was like, oh my God, Aaron's like the coolest guy. And then I got older and I was like this guy's really, really lame.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, when all your stories are just made up, it's not really much of an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Ugh. You dare me to do it, bro?
Dare me to do it? You dare me to suck you off, bro? You dare me to fuck you in the ass?
Oh, yeah.
I'll make out with you if you dare me.
Just a bunch of frat bros broing down with their bros.
Only if you dare them to.
Yeah, because it's on a dare. It's not gay if it's on a dare.
It's not thank you. Someone said it.
Right? It needed to be it needed to be said.
Someone had to say it. It ain't gay if it's on a dare.
Yeah.
Get it through your thick fucking skulls.
Oh man. Hey, did you ever come up with any movie villains that you like to side with?
You know what? I totally, absolutely did not.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I completely forgot about that. I've been so focused on my script. It's been like anytime I'm not, if I'm not working on my script, I'm streaming.
Right on. Yeah, you've been a busy little beaver.
It's one of those. It's like, man, I feel bad that my videos are so far apart, but it's not like I don't work. And that's what I told my viewers, or that's what I told people on Twitch after, like, when it came to like my New Year's resolutions or whatever. Like, obviously, I don't have a New Year's resolution, but like when it comes to my channel, I just want to make sure that I'm always working on something. You know, I had an issue last year where I just became like, I like got stuck in a slump and I didn't know what to do like for my next video, and I felt like I couldn't top the Berserk video, so I kind of just didn't make any new videos, and it felt really bad. So like this year, I'm just trying to make sure I'm always working on something, and in doing so, I become very invested in that thing. So
nice. Hell yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
No, that is a good thing. Yeah, man, just keep at it.
I will do my best.
I will do my best. Did you just go Berserk video and then road trip?
Yeah, there was nothing in between those two. And it's not like I didn't try to come up with a video to put in between those two, but every idea I had kind of led to nothing.
I gotcha. Right on. No big deal.
There was one idea that now that I'm feeling a little more confident, I might revisit, because I got really deep into it. I got really deep into the script for that video, and then I just dropped it completely for like pretty stupid reasons. It would have been a really strong video. I don't really know why I decided not to do it.
Huh. Interesting.
But my plan right now is like I want to get this massive video done and out, and then after that I want to put some smaller ideas out over the next couple months. You know, videos that are going to be under an hour long, and then you know, once I finish playing through all the FromSoft games, I'm planning to make a video talking about all of them, like I've mentioned before, and that's going to be a long video. So my thought process is right now, like, I've got this big project, then I'll do a bunch of small projects, and then once I'm done with the FromSoft playthrough, I'll do that big project.
Right on. I gotcha. That's pretty epic. Pretty poggers, if you will.
Yeah, I'm excited. I have some great I've got like a little notepad on my phone full of video ideas, and I got a lot of good ones. I got a lot of ones that I'm excited about.
Nice. That's awesome. Our boy Darius, he posted a picture, him and his daughter. They went to some sort of like daddy-daughter dance. Classic blurry picture, but would you expect any less?
Nice. Absolutely not.
Do you remember the time that he kept hitting his head?
Yeah, I do.
So, to kind of set the example, you know, if you ever play like Hangman, the little, like, I don't know, like, not the noose, like the little like framework that holds the noose on Hangman. The
gallows.
Yeah. It kind of looked like that, and it would have like, you know, random product, kind of scattered about it on these like hooks and things like that. Well, anyways, one day, Darius, who doesn't have the greatest vision in the world, just completely like smacks his forehead right on the corner of this thing. And I look over, and Ken and I are standing there, and we heard this like loud crash, and he's like stumbling around, and he's starting to like teeter over towards like a big like pallet of wine that we had like set up on display, and we're like, oh my God, he's gonna knock all of this over. And Andre loves loves the story of him hitting his head, because Andre said he basically had to walk him through it like he was like 10 years old. Like, okay, Darius, why don't you put a Band-Aid on it? Go take your break. Go sit down. Put a Band-Aid on it. Put some ice on it. And then he was laughing because he was like, huh, my son hit his head at school this week too. Which is freaking...
Of course he did.
Which is fantastic. But then later on in the same week, Darius hit his head on it again. The exact same thing. And he like smacked it and like almost like knocked it over. He like tried to like fight it.
Probably thought it was a man. Couldn't see that it was actually an inanimate object.
Right? Yeah. That's one of my favorites. Him hitting his head twice in the same week.
It's so funny because he worked there for so long, and it's not like that thing was a new addition. It sat there for a very long time. He should have just known it was there.
I know. We know. I know. You know. We know. Andre knows. That is one dog that you cannot... One old dog you can't teach new tricks to.
No, sir.
Man. Love that dude. Wonder how he's doing.
Yeah. Be interesting to see how he handled the whole pandemic situation. I mean, did he have to give up on Taco Tuesday for a bit?
I think he probably did. He'll send me a message maybe every couple months or so. But it's probably been, God, I don't know, August, September maybe since I heard from him. Huh, always busy with the wife and the kids. Such a strange situation. Right?
He's an interesting guy. To say the least.
Yeah. Super good dude, though.
Very nice gentleman. Kind of like a gentle giant.
He is. He really is a gentle giant.
He's big, he's slow, he's a bit dumb, but he's nice.
Yeah. Exactly. Man, remember the registers that we had that were older than you? And remember how, like, if you would hit a key that wasn't, like, in the proper sequence, it would just beep?
Yeah.
Well, I guess one year they registered trained Darius. And it was like...
Terrible idea.
I think it was like Black Friday and he was on the register, and one of our old supervisors there, her name was Sue. She said she was working on the register right next to his, and she said it was just like constant beeps nonstop, and his face like 4 inches away from the keyboard.
Yeah, running those registers really was like a science. I can still like probably if you like put me in front of one of those registers without me having touched it in the last like 2.5 years, like, or not really 2 years, I could probably still figure out how to do a lot of the stuff.
Oh yeah, so much of that is just muscle memory.
Yeah. There's so many like annoying things that like required like a badge number, like supervisor permission to do that really should have just been up to the cashier.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was always super weird that like you needed a badge for like anything like involving like like altering a price basically. Except like you could just pop open like the cash drawer anytime you wanted. And that's
Yeah, just by signing out.
yeah, like it automatically would just pop open. Like that is like the exact opposite of every other retail place I had ever worked. Like they had it where like the cashiers would have like some ability to like change prices, but we like couldn't open up our drawer unless there was like a cash transaction. I don't know. It seems weird. That seems super backwards to me.
A lot of things are backwards there, man. I don't know. I mean, because like the whole thing was we were supposed to like have assigned drawers, and if you switched cashiers, you're supposed to like switch out the drawers, which is why they popped open. But not only did we never have enough for that, we never actually did that.
No. I
Like
can't.
Even if we were supposed to be doing that, we didn't have enough drawers for that. So I don't know what they wanted from us.
I can't tell you how many times that Carissa would sign out of well, if she would even remember to sign out, but she would sign out of a register
all the time. She would not.
And then she like wouldn't close the cash drawer, and it would just be like a wide open cash drawer. Like she must have done that at least like 5 times.
And she would leave herself signed on all the fucking time.
Oh my God. Right? Jesus.
She was stupid, just like our listeners.
The Ohio ones.
Thanks for listening, you idiots.
You big dummies.
Now go back into cryo sleep until next week's episode.